Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 8-7, examples 1 and 2. In these first two examples in this section, we are going to practice stating the slope and the y-intercept of the graph of each equation. Okay, so slope is going to be, I'm going to refer to it as rise over run. It's the same as change in y over change in x. Okay. Slope is always the number that is attached to your x. Okay, so slope is always represented in the generic slope-intercept form as m. So y equals mx plus b is called slope-intercept form, which we'll practice more of today. So m, remember, is slope. B represents our y-intercept. It tells us where it crosses our y-axis, okay? So if we look at our first example, if I want to state the slope, I know that my slope goes with my x, so I look, 2 is the number that's with my x, so I say slope is 2. My y-intercept is whatever is being added or subtracted. So here we have a positive 6. So that's all I have to do for the problem. Then I move on to part B. I have y equals 3/4 x minus 1. My slope, again, is always the number that's attached to my x. So my slope is 3/4. Some of you will be tempted to write slope is 3/4 x, but the slope is just the number, not the variable, okay? Then my y-intercept, in this instance, I have a minus 1. So instead of a positive 1, my y-intercept is a negative 1. Okay, our next problem, we have 7x plus y equals 0. We want to practice rewriting things in slope-intercept form, so I want to get y by itself. So I have 7x plus y equals 0. If I want to get y by itself, I have to move x. So I do that by subtracting 7x from both sides. And I have y equals negative 7x. And if I want, I can write plus 0. But we don't typically write plus 0 on the end of things, so I'm just going to leave it as y equals negative 7x. So my slope is negative 7, because it's the number with my x. And then my y-intercept, I don't have anything else written. That's where my invisible plus 0 is. So my y-intercept is just 0. And that's, having a y-intercept of 0 is not the same thing as saying there is no y-intercept, okay? It's still crossing the y-axis, just at 0. Excuse me. Let's practice solving this one as well. We had 4x plus y equals 3. If we want to get y by itself, we have to subtract 4x from both sides. So I have y equals negative 4x plus 3. So my slope is going to be that negative 4. My y-intercept, I'm adding 3. So my y-intercept is a positive 3. And then I have e, letter E is 6x plus y equals negative 3. So 6x plus y equals negative 3. I want to get y by itself, so again, I'm going to subtract my 6x over to the other side. I have y equals negative 6x minus 3. Don't forget about your negative in front of the 3. So my slope is negative 6. My y-intercept is negative 3. So I have minus 3 here. And that's all I have to do for that one. And let's finish it off with our last example. We have y minus 5 equals negative x. I still need my y to be by itself, so I have to move this 5. I do that by adding 5 to both sides. So I have y equals negative x plus 5. So my slope, you may say, I don't have a slope because you don't see a number with my x, but having a negative symbol in front of a variable, that's the same as having like a negative 1. Or if it was just x, that's the same as 1x. We just don't typically write a 1 when we do these things. So our slope, if we have negative x plus 5, our slope is a negative 1. And our y-intercept is plus 5. hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. Have a good day.